Alright guys, what's going on? It's Tanner here. This is my first guide. I'm just going to be showing you guys how to kill Zulrah pretty fast, pretty quick. I've done probably 350 kills and I've got everything down. So yeah, I'll be showing you guys how to do it pretty efficiently. I just use max gear, but I understand a lot of people watching this are not going to have this amount of PKP to buy this stuff. So I'll be throwing on the welfare gear after and showing you guys the later phases, because with this gear you'll kill it pretty fast, so you won't get a chance to see the entire fight through. So I use the Ring of Suffering instead of the Ring of Recoil, just because it has unlimited charges, but if you can't afford this, just obviously throw some recoils in the inventory. And instead of the Serpentine Helm, I use Anti-Venoms, because I'd rather use the scales that I get from here, from my Serp, into my Blowpipe instead. Because as long as you put all the skills you get into the Blowpipe, along with all the dart drops you'll get, you'll basically never run out. I don't think I've had to buy skills or darts for my Blowpipe once doing this. So yeah, I just bring this because really you won't use that much food once you get the hang of it. And of course I bring Vengeance to hit during the magic phases, which you'll see in a bit. Alright, let's get into it. So at the start of the fight here, you're going to want to Venge up, and then you're going to want to use your Ranging Potion and your Anti-Venom. Now, I didn't use my Anti-Venom, well I tried to, but it didn't register. But you don't need it until the fourth phase, which is the range phase, and that's where it actually starts to hit you. These first three phases you won't get damaged by Venom. But yeah, you're going to want to run to the northeastern corner here so you avoid the poison clouds. It is going to be the range phase and the melee phase and the magic phase. So you just sit back, kill the melee. And then once the magic phase pops up, you're going to want to strafe your way over while you're hitting him to the opposite side, and I'll show you exactly where to stand. And so yeah, that's why you're going to want to have Vengeance, because he can occasionally shoot range at you randomly. So yeah, so here I'm going to set my Anti-Venom, and then this is exactly where you want to stand, because there's a melee phase after this, and if you stand one over, he could hit you. But in this spot, you're safe from the clouds he's about to throw out, and at the same time, you won't get hit by the melee phase. So once you see his body twist a bit to the left, he'll start shooting out these guys, so you're going to want to throw on your Recoil or your Ring of Suffering, like I did, and then take them out. And now that they're taken out, I could throw on my Archer's Ring and set up my Vengeance for the coming magic phase after this. So I'm just going to kill this melee phase. And see here, normally you'd throw on the Magic Prayer, but since I had a Venge up and he had low HP, I'd rather he just hit me and kill himself with my Venge. And yeah, that's a kill down. Alright, so now I'm back with the complete welfare setup. So I'm just going to go with full Zambi D-Hide. It's what I used when I first started. Rune Crossbow, you're going to want to use the Book of Law, and you're going to want to use Diamond Bolt C for sure. So I've used brought the Recoil with me instead of the Ring of Suffering. And my inventory looks like this. Granted, if this is your first time, you might just want to bring one of this, and one of this, because you're going to end up using a lot of food. And I forgot to mention, in between each fight, you should recharge your heal and your spec. So before we go in, once again, we're going to pop the Vengeance. And I'll be back when I get to the same spot I was at before. Alright, so now we're back at the mage phase here. And you're going to want to pop your Vengeance. And you're just going to want to sit back, kind of kill him. I took my Magic Prayer off so that he would hit my Vengeance, although he'll end up hitting it at 2. And then proceeds to hit me with a 20, so that's perfect. And after that, you're going to want to run back over to the other side and stand here. Make sure you have your recoil equipped for this. If you're here and you're using the Archer's Ring, yeah, definitely put on your recoil, because he's going to spawn a ton of worms, as you can see. You're going to want to sit back. He's not going to hit you this phase, so you don't need to pray. But the next phase is magic. So this one is where I've died before, because you can get kind of piled by the snakelings, and if you get hit with a ranged, like I just did right here, I almost died. Yeah. You're going to want to run back over to the other side after this, and then, because the Jad phase is coming up next. So, yeah, a lot of running back and forth here, but once you get the hang of it, it's really no big deal. So this, you're going to have to switch prayers. Every time you see him use the animation for the attack, you're going to want to switch to the next prayer. And you're going to keep doing this, keep switching back and forth. And then after a bit, you're going to have to run all the way back to the starting area, because he's going to douse this whole place in gas. So, yeah, just run all the way back. And then it's a melee phase up next, so it's pretty easy. And now I actually got surprisingly lucky with this kill. This kill did not take me as long as it should have. Usually kills in this gear are like 4 minutes, but mine was 2 something. So I'm going to have to re-gear, and I'll show you guys a little bit past the melee phase, because there's a little bit left after this. Alright, so now we're back at the melee phase here, and after this, it is a range phase. But even though it's a restart of the whole fight, you are going to have to pre-range during this one because he will hit you, as you could see. And so, there you go, start to kill him. Yeah, so now as you can see, it's just a restart of the fight, and after this, just goes back to normal. So the melee phase is up, and then the magic phase, and just rinse and repeat. So if you end up having a really long kill, don't stress. It's just the same thing you were doing the whole time. There's only one rotation on this server, so it's pretty easy to remember after a while. So you just finish off the magic guy here, and then that is the whole fight. And yeah, there you go. So it's easy to remember. Once you get the hang of it, I've done 333 kills. I could easily go through on my max setup and not eat a single food, never drink from a prayer potion. I always pot up before every kill. Just, you know, why not? It's free. Just make sure to vengeance during the magic phase. Don't forget that. You can get a lot of extra damage because, you know, especially if you're in gear like this, a 30 vengeance can really do a number on Zulrah. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope my guide helped a lot. And if you want to join a CC for PBM and PKing and whatnot, join PBM squad. It's a CC I'm in. CC a lot of people are in. And yeah, okay. Peace, guys.